Welcome to episode 593 of AI Brief. I am Amin, and I am here with my co-host Leah. We have got an incredible deep dive for you today.
Oh, absolutely.
We are going to explore how Airbnb is turning AI into this massive engineering force multiplier. Plus, we will get into some truly groundbreaking science. I am talking AI-generated viruses and gene-edited allergy-free dogs.
Sounds a bit like science fiction, to be honest.
It really does. And then we will round it all out with a look at some trending AI tools you can actually use today.
It is such a fascinating stack of updates because when you look at it all together, you realize AI is no longer just, software you interact with on a screen. It is actively re-engineering our physical and digital worlds, altering everything from your travel habits to actual biology.
Let us start with that digital re-engineering, specifically what is happening over at Airbnb. They're applying AI on two distinct fronts right now. Internally, they're using it to help smaller engineering teams accelerate feature development at just an unbelievable pace.
It is a massive shift for their internal workflow.
It is. And then externally, they are building what they call a conversational new front door for travel search. But I have to pause here and apply a critical lens because, well, as a consumer, every time I see a chat bubble on a travel site, I brace myself for a loop of a bot telling me it did not understand my request.
For sure.
Almost every travel site is just bolting a generic chatbot onto their homepage so they can claim they have an AI strategy. Why is Airbnb's approach actually different from every other widget that completely misunderstands what you want?
The frustration is so common because most companies are simply using an off-the-shelf language model. It just parses public data and translates your words into traditional search filters. But Airbnb's secret weapon, and frankly their massive advantage, is their proprietary data.
Wait, meaning the reviews and things like that?
Spot on. They're not just using AI to parse language. They are summarizing a massive corpus of highly nuanced user reviews, verified identity data, and historical booking context. It turns all that data into a true decision-making layer.
So if I type that I want a quiet writing retreat with blazing fast internet, it is not just looking for a rural tag.
Not at all. It understands the concept of a quiet writing vibe because it has actually digested the written experiences of millions of previous guests. It compares listings based on human experience rather than rigid drop-down menus. And this extends all the way to customer support and host workflows, too.
Which creates this incredibly powerful feedback loop. I mean, if they use AI to compress feature building, they ship updates faster. Faster shipping of an intelligent tool leads to better discovery, which leads to more bookings, which generates more data to feed back into the AI.
That is the real takeaway here. For any competing travel marketplace that lacks this sheer depth of transaction data and verified reviews, the competitive stakes have just been raised to an astronomical level.
I cannot even imagine trying to compete with a self-optimizing engine like that. But just as AI is mining massive data sets to re-engineer how we travel, scientists are using these same kinds of advanced tools to peel back the layers of biology, space, and history. Leah, I know you have been looking into the science side of things.
I have, and the scale of these breakthroughs is staggering. Let us look at the Stanford Evo AI model. This is an AI trained entirely on the language of biology, specifically genetic sequences.
Okay, so treating DNA like code.
Precisely. And they used it to generate entirely new viral genome blueprints. The numbers are wild. The AI generated 700,000 unique viral blueprints. And from that digital pool, researchers actually synthesized 285 of them in a physical laboratory.
Wait, they physically printed them. AI is inventing new viruses.
It is. Out of the 285 they synthesized, the result was 16 viable, fully replicating viruses that have never existed in nature.
I mean, if you are listening to this, you might be feeling a little panic. If an AI is generating viruses from scratch, how do we know it will not hallucinate some highly contagious human pathogen?
That is the ultimate biosecurity question. Now, for this specific experiment, these creations only infect bacteria, not human cells. But experts are raising very real, factual concerns here. This approach could theoretically be used to engineer dangerous human pathogens, and the regulatory guardrails just have not kept up with the technology.
It is moving so fast. We are seeing this kind of biological editing hit the consumer level too.
We are. A biotech startup recently used gene editing technology on dogs. They successfully edited the genetic code so the dogs no longer produce the specific protein responsible for most human dog allergies.
So they just went in and deleted the allergy code.
Essentially, yes. It is a permanent alteration, completely solving a common issue at the biological root.
That is wild. We have AI zooming in on microscopic life, but we are also pointing these advanced lenses out into space, right?
Absolutely. The Daniel K. Inouye Solar Telescope in Hawaii just captured the highest resolution images of the sun's surface ever recorded, and they discovered these tiny, rapidly moving whirlpools called Kelvin-Helmholtz instabilities.
Okay, Kelvin-Helmholtz instabilities. What does that mean in plain English?
Think of wind whipping across a lake, creating rolling waves. It is that same kind of friction, but on the sun, it is hot magnetic plasma scraping against cooler plasma.
And why is finding those plasma waves a big deal?
Because it finally explains two massive mysteries. It explains why the sun's outer atmosphere is actually hotter than its surface. These whirlpools generate immense friction and heat. And the twisting of these magnetic whirlpools is what triggers the massive energy buildup of solar flares.
It is amazing that we just needed a better lens to validate decades of theory. And speaking of tracking massive events, this bridges perfectly into what is happening with public health and the flu.
It does. The FDA just approved Moderna's Mflusiva for adults 50 and older. It is the first mRNA flu vaccine authorized in the U.S., and it is a massive upgrade.
Because traditional flu vaccines take forever to make, right? Like incubating chicken eggs for 6 months.
Exactly that. The traditional process takes 6 months. But this mRNA platform cuts manufacturing down to just 2 to 3 months. When you are dealing with a disease that kills up to 52,000 Americans annually, speed is everything.
A 2-month turnaround means we can actually watch the virus mutate in real time instead of guessing 6 months out.
And the data shows it is 27% more effective than those 70-year-old conventional shots.
It is that theme again, technology acting as a lens, whether it is an AI model like Evo, an mRNA platform, or, well, lasers. Which brings us to the Amazon rainforest.
This is one of the most visually stunning examples. Archaeologists use LiDAR technology, firing millions of laser pulses from an aircraft to peer through the dense canopy of the Amazon in northern Brazil.
Just completely stripping away the vegetation digitally.
Yes, and they found 400 previously unknown geometric earthworks from the Aquari civilization, dating back 2,000 years.
Wow.
The scale suggests up to 3 million people lives in this one region, which is about the size of North Dakota.
3 million people just swallowed by the jungle.
And the most mind-bending part is that this survey covered less than 3% of Amazonia. Extrapolating that out hints at tens of millions of historical inhabitants.
It is just incredible. Technology is making the invisible, visible hidden ancient cities, microscopic viruses, solar magnetic fields. But, if you are listening to this and wondering how you can actually apply AI today, we need to shift from these world-altering scientific models to practical tools. Let us run through some trending AI tools that can boost your productivity right now.
That is a great pivot. There's a lot you can leverage immediately.
Let us start with Framer AI agents. If you need a professional portfolio or business site, you just give it natural language instructions. It instantly designs and publishes a polished site from scratch.
It collapses weeks of manual design work into seconds.
Then for software developers, there is a tool called Prelint. It prevents product drift in AI-written code, which ensures your software stays totally stable when you're using AI copilots.
Stability is such a massive hurdle when moving fast, so that is crucial.
And speaking of moving fast, there is SKI. It offers free voice coding for Claude Code and Codex, allowing developers to code completely hands-free.
Just dictating logic out loud and letting the AI handle the syntax, it removes the keyboard bottleneck entirely.
Which brings us to Prefactor. Say you build an automated bot Prefactor lets you evaluate AI agents in real time. It is perfect for stress testing a customer service bot before it goes live.
You definitely want to ensure it will not hallucinate before putting it in front of actual customers.
Absolutely. Next is Memmy Agent. It gives your AI consistent memory across platforms, so it always remembers your specific preferences and your unique writing style.
That cures the exhaustion of having to remind the AI who you are every single time you open a new session.
And finally, Adomate. It turns raw data into winning ads at scale. Marketers can generate hundreds of high-performing variations in seconds.
When you look at these tools collectively, it really shifts your role. You are no longer just the creator doing the manual labor. You become the director. You provide the vision and the voice, and the AI executes the heavy lifting.
Becoming the visionary director is a perfect way to look at it. We've covered so much ground today. AI redesigning travel ecosystems, writing software via voice, even inventing entirely new biological life forms. But I want to leave you with a final thought to explore on your own. With all these highly specialized capabilities accelerating, what happens when they fully merge? If personal AI agents can design our schedules and our websites today, how long until they're designing bespoke physical environments and custom biology tailored entirely to our individual needs?
It is a profound question, and the future is arriving incredibly fast. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive.
Definitely follow the show and share it with anyone who loves tracking the future of tech. See you in the next episode.